guys, we're back again with Ashley and Kris, or KRASH, as many people like to call it. And we are doing funny stories, and Kris has an issue with being in the videos because he's a wimp. And so he will be here, just not in the picture because he sucks. And he might throw in some input along with that. Okay, you guys, so today is going to be an interesting thing because we have lots of stories. And I'm outside and it's kind of cold, and Kris is just like taking a nap.
Yeah,
but we're gonna have lots of stories, including the grabber, show me your deck, and a few other ones. So here we go, you guys. Here we go. Okay, anyways, you guys, my sister decided to show Christopher some of my pictures from younger ages, and it's a bit rough, you guys. But anyways, so let's get started here. Say hi to Kris. Again. I don't know why I did that again. Okay. First story. The grabber. Okay. What the? Oh. Okay, so where to begin with that one? Okay, so I was with Kris at
my cousin's basketball.
Yeah, at his cousin's basketball game, and it was at Eastern, and his whole family was there.
And my grandma.
And his grandma. So basically what happened was we were about to leave. I don't know how to explain it. Grass. So basically what happened is we were about to leave, and he was behind me. And we were walking, but then we both turned, but then he like kind of seemed to come up on me like quicker behind me, and so I thought he was gonna try to trip me. And so I reach my hand back like down like there, and I reach it back just to like so that he doesn't trip me or do something, and then I end up grabbing stuff that was not intended. And then I look over at his dad, and his dad saw the entire thing. And so who knows what he thought at that moment. And so anyways, after that we're back in the car, and I whisper to Kris, I'm like, I don't want to say that word. I don't like that word.
What word?
And so I whisper to Kris, because we're in the back of the car, and I'm like, I'm sorry I grabbed your...
Ding-a-ling.
Okay, Kris.
Pee-pee.
Kris! Okay. And
Jump.
so... Oh my gosh. Okay. And so anyways, but then his sisters are sitting in front of us, and they're like, you what? And so I have to explain to the entire car, his entire family, exactly what happened. And it was just a disaster. Thus, the grabber story, which it was not a grab at all. It was a mere... It was a hit and a miss. No, it wasn't a miss.
No, it was definitely a grab.
It was not a grab.
You went back and like grabbed it.
Hey, if you want to have input, you have to be in the video.
It was definitely a grab.
No, it wasn't. And so that was 100% accident. So now, every once in a while, it comes up a lot. And now lots of people know about that story, so why not just make it public? So here we go. Next story. Okay, we are continuing like this so that Kris has to be in the video. Okay. Okay. Okay, so next story. Show me your deck. That was just a poor choice of words on my part. Honestly, we were playing Uno with his family, and it was spicy Uno. So basically, if you get a 0, or if you put down a 0, you can switch decks. Not decks, but like, what is it called? Hands. You can switch hands with someone. And so his dad, my teacher, also has the least amount of cards, or at least it looks like it. And so I either said, show me your deck, or let me see your deck.
It was show me your deck.
Okay.
And it came out like bad.
Yeah, and then I was completely innocent, and then Kris is like, Ashley, that's my dad, and I'm like, what? Okay. Kris, stop throwing crap. Ah! Okay, anyways, and so basically then I figure out my mistake now. So then I realize what it sounded like I just said. And I'm like, oh dear goodness. That is Christopher's father and my teacher. So it was just very unfortunate. And yeah, so we don't talk about that, or I try not to talk about that because it's just rough. And so bright. Kris, can you stop? Get it out of my hair. Okay, so neck. Oh, look at my
Neck.
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 Christopher, you have to go closer so that you're in the video. Okay, next story is cutting Kris's hair. Okay, so basically, I've only ever cut my dad's hair, which is way shorter, and Christopher's hair, as you know, used to be very long and
Luscious
locks. And so I decided, I'm like, oh, why not cut Chris's hair? And so I didn't let him know that I was very worried about it.
No, you did.
I feel like I don't know. I tried to like kind of act confident, but I was also very concerned because I had never cut hair like that. And stop. Stop it. Okay, now that I'm tired. Okay, anyways. And so on with the cutting Chris's hair. So first he was very he was very certain that he wanted a mullet. So what did I do? I cut it into a mullet for him. Did you like that, Kris?
Yeah, it looked good.
It looked awful. So anyways, I cut the rest of his hair and it ended up looking good. I don't know why I told that story. It's not funny.
It's a story.
I guess it is a story. Okay, next story.
It's me.
Homecoming night.
Oh.
So first of all, we both had concussions at this moment in time.
Particular time.
And so we were at homecoming for all of like 30 minutes.
At most.
At most. We danced to like 2 songs, then we had to take a break and go over to the... No, I will not redo it. I don't know where that stopped, so we're just gonna keep going. So anyways, we had to go to the quiet half of the gym so that our heads would not explode. Ah! There was a bug. What?
There wasn't a bug.
Yes, there was.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was.
You're just going crazy.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Okay. You're ruining my video.
Oh.
Would you stop throwing stuff at me?
I'm not smacking you with stuff.
That's the same thing. And so anyways, homecoming night was interesting. And we ended up going back to his house and I fell asleep and we watched Indiana Jones. So that was our homecoming night.
Pretty successful night.
It was pretty uneventful and not very homecoming-ish. Hey. And so next story, watching The Conjuring with Kris.
Oh, no.
If any of you know Kris very well, you know that he doesn't do scary things. So we decided to watch The Conjuring, and the entire time he was right up against me, clinging to my arm like this. And it was hilarious. And then I was like trying not to be mean, and he was hiding under the blanket, but he was like clinging to me, and so my arm was getting all hot and sweaty. And I'm like, Kris, this is so good grief. He doesn't like scary things.
I'm a child. I don't like scary
Yeah,
things.
it was hilarious though. And so yeah, there's that one. Then what else? Oh, going to the fair together, where he and his friends convinced me to go on a bunch of terrifying rides, which were absolutely awful.
They were not that
They
bad.
were bad. You good?
Elbow.
Your elbow.
It's
Okay.
about to pop.
So anyway.
Wait, were you filming?
No.
No. Oh.
So anyways, the rides were awful, and I wanted to cry, especially on this one, which he was scared on too.
Wait, which one?
The one, I think it was Footloose. The one
What?
where it went like, woo! Not the complete circle one, but like the old one that was kind of scary and made
Like
weird
a
noises.
big guitar thing?
No, that one's fine. That one's Rockstar. It's the other one.
Oh, it was like, yeah. Like
That one was legitimately kind of scary though.
Yeah.
it was not a fun time. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna break and we're all going to die. But it didn't.
It was like creaking. And it was
Yeah, it was creaking. Like, I definitely don't recommend going on that ride, especially another year. Like, who knows how old that thing is. Next story. So this story takes place at the beginning of the year when we still used to sit with his friends, like, out in the hallway. So basically, I am sitting with Kris. I'm pretty close to him. Very close. Close. We'll go with close. And so anyways, his dad comes around the corner, and I'm like, crap, because neither of us are supposed to, be even remotely close to dating anyone. And so...
We're just wee little babies.
Yeah.
Can't.
And so I just kind of, I barely, like, you can ask Connor and Ezra about this, but I just kind of slowly get up and then scoot away while his dad is watching. And so,
it was really awkward.
It was really awkward. Oh. And so basically, after that,
It's a loud airplane.
Okay, Kris. I was terrified that his dad was going to hate me now. And so I was terrified to go to his class the next day, and it was awful.
It was funny.
It was not funny.
It was pretty funny.
It was really scary. I'm like, oh my gosh, your dad hates me now. It was scary. And so anyways, that for today at least concludes funny KRASH stories. And so, yeah. Okay, Kris, say goodbye. Hey, Kris, I'm sorry, you guys. I know you thought it was over, but it's really not, because I forgot to say that you need to share this video and subscribe below. I'm sorry, I'm distracted thanks to Christopher here. Okay. Anyways, have a good day, you guys. Goodbye.